Hello student, how are you? In maths, we started the chapter 2, inverse trigonometry function, and the first lecture you have already gone through. Once we are taking some important formula and the revision of the previous lecture, let's start for the domain and the range of inverse trigonometry function. So, here the function, domain and range. So we have to remember this. The domain of sine inverse is -1 to 1 close interval, and the range is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 close interval. Similarly for cos inverse, close interval -1 to 1, and the range is close interval 0 to pi. For a tan inverse, domain is whole R, the set of real numbers, and open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 is the range of function tan inverse. Cot inverse is from R to open interval 0 to pi. Similarly, sec inverse and cosec inverse, domain is same R minus 1 to 1, means subtract open interval -1 to 1 from the real number, and the range is close interval 0 to pi minus pi by 2. That means sec inverse never become the pi by 2 because cos pi by 2 is 0. Cos pi by 2 is 0. That's why sec inverse doesn't contain the value pi by 2. Similarly, sin 0 is 0. So cosec inverse, domain is R minus -1 to 1, and range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 close interval minus 0. Also remember this, the formula for negative functions. Sine inverse minus x is equal to minus sine inverse x. That means the minus sign can be taken out. Minus sign, this minus sign can be taken out for a sine inverse. Same thing will be happen in tan and cosec. Minus sign will be taken out for sine inverse, tan inverse and cosec inverse. And for these three functions, cos inverse, cot inverse and sec inverse, cos inverse minus x is pi minus cos inverse x. And similarly, cot inverse minus x is pi minus cot inverse x. And sec inverse minus x is pi minus sec inverse x. Using these values, we have to find the value of given function. For that, we have to remember the trigonometric table, the different values of theta for a trigonometric function sine, cos, tan, cot, cosec, sec. So already we have discussed in the 11, and just one we are going through or for revision work. So value of sine 0, pi by 6, pi by 4, pi by 3 and pi by 2. Sine 0 is 0, sine pi by 6 is 1 by 2, and this is 1 by root 2. Pi by 3 is root 3 by 2, and this is 1. For a cos, it is 1 root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2 and 0. Tan 0 is 0. Tan pi by 6 is 1 by root 3. This is 1. Root 3 and infinite. Tan pi by 2 doesn't exist because tan is sine by cos. The 1 by 0 is, the denominator will 0. That means value of tan pi by 2 doesn't exist. Now for a cot, it is infinite. This is root 3, this is 1, 1 by root 3 and 0. It's a reciprocal of 10. So cot is the reciprocal of 10. Similarly, sec is reciprocal of cos. 1, 2 by root 3, root 2, 2 and infinite. And cosec is the reciprocal of sine. Infinite 1 by 2, reciprocal is 2, root 2, 2 by root 3 and this is 0. Using these values, we have to find the values of following. First one, sine inverse 1 by 2. So what we have to find? The values of sine inverse, value of sine inverse 1 by 2. So see, in the table of sine, where 1 by 2 is for pi by 6. So here we have to take the reverse order. Sine pi by 6 is 1 by 2. We know sine pi by 6 equal to 1 by 2. But when sine goes to the right hand side, it becomes sine inverse 1 by 2. That means sine inverse 1 by 2 is pi by 6. So similarly, 1 by 2 for theta pi by 6. Cos inverse 1 by root 2. So for which value of theta, cos will be 1 by root 2. So cos 1 by root 2, pi by 4. Third one, for example, tan inverse root 3. For which value of theta, tan will be root 3. That means tan pi by 3 root 3. That means tan inverse root 3 equal to pi by 3. We have to use the reverse values. Now for a fourth one, take it cosec inverse 2. So cosec 2 at which theta? Pi by 6. So this is pi by 6. Got it? Now for some of the negative values we are taking cos inverse minus 1 by 2. Cos inverse minus 1 by 2. Now see, cos inverse minus x. Use this formula to remove this minus. So pi minus cos inverse, this will be positive. So this is pi minus cos inverse 1 by 2. That negative sign we have to remove using this formula. So now it is pi minus cos inverse 1 by 2. Cos 1 by 2 is pi by 3. And pi minus pi by 3, it's a 2 pi by 3. Sixth one, let it sine inverse minus root 3 by 2. Sine inverse minus root 3 by 2. See, sine inverse minus x. Minus will taking outside. So it is minus sine inverse plus root 3 by 2 and minus sine inverse root 3 by 2 sine root 3 by 2 equal to pi by 3. So answer is minus pi by 3. Let it cot inverse minus 1. Cot inverse minus 1. Cot minus x. Pi minus cot. So it is pi minus cot inverse 1. And this is pi minus pi by 4. Cot inverse 1 is pi by 4. So now it will be 3 pi by 4. Got it? This is the exercise 2.1. Now you can solve all the question of exercise 2.1. Solve it. Let's go to the next point. Let's go to the next topic. Find the values of the following functions: sine inverse sine 3 pi by 4. Sine inverse sine 3 pi by 4. So it has two different ways. We know the value of sine 3 pi by 4. So first way, sine pi minus pi by 4, and it will be sine pi minus second quadrant. In second quadrant sine is positive, so it will be sine pi by 4, and this is sine pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, and by the table which value of theta will become 1 by root 2 for sine, so it will be pi by 4. Another way, see, let's see that sine inverse sine pi minus pi by 4. So it is sine pi minus second quadrant sine is positive, that means it becomes sine pi by 4. Now remember this, once inverse and the original function are together, it is called the composition of two functions. Sine inverse and sine both are together, and this is in range of sine inverse. If this value is in range of sine inverse, then this is automatically cancelled and answer will be pi by 4. What we have to check? That means this is the formula, sine inverse sine x equal to x. If x belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, means the range of sine, this value is range of respective function. At that time, that inverse function and the original function will cancel, and answer will be this x. Let's see for a second or third example. Second one, let cos inverse cos 7 pi by 6. Cos inverse cos 7 pi by 6 is pi plus pi by 6. Cos inverse cos pi plus, that means third quadrant. In third quadrant cos is negative, so minus cos pi by 6. Now it is our x. So cos inverse minus x. Cos inverse minus x. And what is the value of cos inverse minus x? It is pi minus cos inverse x. So pi minus cos inverse, this is, and instead of x, cos pi by 6. Now see that pi by 6 is in range of cos, yes, so that cos cancel, so pi minus pi by 6, answer will be 5 pi by 6. Third, tan inverse tan 3 pi by 4. Tan inverse tan 3 pi by 4. So we know tan 3 pi by 4 is pi minus pi by 4, and this is tan inverse pi minus means second quadrant cos is, tan is negative, so minus tan pi by 4. For tan inverse, negative sign can be taken out. So minus tan inverse tan pi by 4, and this tan cancel. Answer will be minus pi by 4. Sec inverse, sec 5 pi by 6. Sec inverse sec 5 pi by 6. Now sec inverse sec 5 pi by 6. Pi by 6 lying between 0 to pi. 5 pi by 6 is lying between 0 to pi. And what is the range of sec inverse? 0 to pi. 5 pi by 6 is equal to pi minus pi by 6. That means it's less than pi and greater than 0. That means this pi minus pi by 6 lying between 0 to pi. And that means we don't have to simplify it, because directly 5 pi by 6 is in the range of sec inverse. The answer is direct 5 pi by 6. If you are simplifying it, then doesn't matter. Answer will be same. See, check. If we are doing like that, sec pi minus pi by 6, sec inverse, pi minus second quadrant, sec is negative, sec pi by 6. Now, if minus sign is inside for a sec function, minus will become outside. So this is minus sec inverse sec pi by 6, and for a this is pi minus. For a sec, it will be pi minus sec inverse sec pi by 6. And now it is pi. Now these both are cancel. Pi by 6 is answer, and 5 pi by 6. In both the case, answer is same. Just you remember these things. Range of sec is 0 to pi, and the 5 pi by 6 is between 0 to pi. So you don't have to simplify it. Answer will be 5 pi by 6. Got it?